going to be demonstrating a little bit more about convex honing, specifically shaping some hones. I got a new rock yesterday. This was a soft arc, and I had already started working on it. The electricity went out around here a little while ago, so I didn't have a chance to start the video and have enough light to do this and do a demonstration. So I've been working on this. I've probably got 2+ hours or so into this. This is a 2x6 soft arc. Okay, my intent is to get that into a shape that is kind of like this. Okay, this is one of the sharpening supply stones that I used for, and this does serve the purpose well. This is like 1 7/8 across here by 8. This does serve the purpose. What I'm looking for though is I'm looking for something that is less likely to change the shape in time with use, and if how long it takes to shape one of these things is any indicator of how long it'll last before you have to go through a relapping process. This is going to last a while. But there are people who may be interested in seeing how this works. You have to have one of these plates, okay? Or you can make one of your own, or you can freehand it if you wish. I got a hunch that one time a German razor maker reportedly was using Arkansas stones, and I kind of got, and I think they had abandoned that in favor of synthetic stones for their finishing. And my guess is because they would create whatever shape they're using, and they would do it freehand, manually. I don't know if taking files to it. I'm not sure what the procedure they use is, but I think the use of convex hones has come into play in the modern day, much due to this shaping plate, which the inventor of this is the guy that, by the name of Jarrod Plate, and he has been driving the modern day use of convex hones. Now, what I initially had done, I initially started off with this 60 grit. I don't know if this is silicon carbide or not. It does not say what the abrasive is. And then I was charging that with a little bit of a 60 grit silicon carbide powder. I don't think these last quite as long, and then I would wet it down. And what I do like a lot better, it's unfortunate that this paper, the coarsest this paper it comes in is an 80 grit. It will be nice to have grits more abrasive than this, but I'm pretty sure this is a silicon carbide on here, and it is a very, very tough stuff. So it's it's a long time before you wear through one of those purple ones. You wear through pretty quick. And I'll to kind of give an illustration. I don't know if I can illustrate exactly how much I have to go on this through that. If it looks like I'm thinking I'm seeing that a little bit on there. It looks like I got to go maybe a millimeter more on each side of this, and a millimeter drop in the side, because it's like, so far I'm like from about here to here on the curvature of this. I've said on my other videos, this is an ellipse. Okay, in this dimension, the shorter dimension, this is the same size, 9x11, as sandpaper. This curvature is about a 6 foot diameter, and this curvature is about a 24 foot diameter. I think I say that correct. So it's like a 3 foot radius and then a 12 foot radius. And what it does is it develops an ellipse. And for all practical purposes, you're almost on this. You're going to be almost flat going across in 2 inches. There's a little bit of difference on, when you're honing on the razor. You can see that you have a little bit of a selective type of thing, and how much you lean into it. You could certainly hit the entirety of the blade with this. But I wanted to show right at this point about I think I can get the illustration here of about how much. Okay, I think so. I'm gonna try and aim this camera down and try and get a visual aid here for the path in which so as I'm moving this, you can kind of see there's a path here and a path here where I'm hitting. So I've got a lot of work to do, okay, on this. And because to remove a millimeter, that means I've got to move a millimeter on all of this. Like from the center, it's like a millimeter. It's a lot of material that I have to move out of this, and working this it's not easy. It's a lot of work. I personally think it pays off. And as I go through this on this rock, I was thinking about how somebody in my past had presumed that I should send him my hones so he could tell me if they're any good. It's like, okay, the amount of work that you go into this. Okay, so this being a soft rock, this is maybe $60 or something like that. But the amount of hours and physical labor you got to put in this is incredible, and I was not likely to loan these out. These, on the other hand, these were quick. I pretty much, in the time I've got invested so far in this, I think I shaped this and 2 other stones on the long dimension, and got them all shaped up. And they do the job. They're an inexpensive way to go. I'm personally liking the result that I get with the Arkansas stones better. So I'm going to continue with that. I'll come back with another video towards the end, and we'll have some sort of an idea as to exactly how long it has taken to do this. So for now, Bill, out. So just a little update. I'm kind of still at this, kind of grinding away. I'm getting close. Getting pretty close. I'm not sure how much. Let's see if I can switch this camera thing around. I don't think I can once I start the video. But you can kind of see circular motion, back and forth. It's noisy, it's dirty. You can see how much stuff I got going on there. So I'm working on it, a couple more hours in, and hopefully before too long I'll have this one ready to go to some of the finer abrasives to smooth it out. So it's not easy. It should be rewarding though. Bye. Okay, so here I am. I'm just about completed with this one. I'm on the Rhino, well, I'm completed on the shaping part of it anyhow. I'm on the Rhino Wet 80 grit, and Got this thing sliding around. Okay. Because you get it, gotta keep my camera on it. You get a little bit of a stiction kind of a thing going. I should have put my camera on the tripod. So there we are at that step. Okay, so it's Bill back again. I have completed this stone. Okay, so in the ancient concept, we're talking from the writings that were found from the German grinder's handbook on honing razors, where he described the use of 3 different stones, one with a greater curvature, one with a lesser curvature, and then the last one being flat. And each one in that progression was moving from more aggressive and more coarse to finer. My first one, where I did what I call the back beveling and the hollowing of the grind, was the conical. Okay, and I do like this. It works very, very well for me. You know, being a little bit softer, this requires a little bit more time on the shaping plate for maintenance and that sort of stuff. And I was looking for alternatives to that. And this was the other alternative that I had worked on. This does work good. This stone does work good. It probably needs a little bit less maintenance than the conical does. Even on the 8,000 side, though, I think this can be a little bit inconsistent and maybe leave a little bit more of a deeper scratch than you want. Okay, well, you know, the conical, the garnets in there, one gets loose, a big one in there gets loose. It can leave a scratch in there, which is, scratches on the back bevel are not a big problem, okay? Because all you're doing is you're cutting away the back part away from the edge to allow the final stones to get more. So your final stone, you know, as you cut in that curvature that allows that last stone, that final stone, to just work the very, very edge of that. I went ultimately on this one on my shaping plate to a final grit of about 800. I don't think it's, you know, I go to 1500 on my finishing Arkansas, which is in the long direction on the ellipse. I didn't think that was necessary on there. This is really nice and smooth. It's smoother than the factory side was. So now I have, you know, for 60 some bucks, I have a flat arc, and now I have a curvy arc to do back beveling. And I did some quick work on one razor. I do kind of like this. One thing on that shaping plate, when you get to those finer grits on the sandpaper, I like to take a paper towel and wet it and put it down first, and then put the sandpaper on top. It seems to be a little bit of a cushion that seems to keep the sandpaper from grabbing. And also with all these stones, when I'm on that plate, if I'm working in this direction, I'll take and I'll kind of camfer the edge a little bit, okay, to make sure there's nothing hanging up on there. This is a good thing. You know, cost-wise, this is maybe a little bit more money than this one is, but this one is like almost maintenance-free. I mean, it's like, you know, this is a little bit longer. You know, do you really need that extra 2 inches? You know, I don't know that you need it. And this may become, because this is even the one that I like to use most is this one, and it's longer than this one is. This one's, I guess, about 5 inches. So I'm liking that. This is probably going to conclude this portion of going ahead and shaping that. I had some communication with Jarrod after getting these, and he sent me a note that had a diamond sandpaper. Okay, and this is like $109 a sheet plus shipping and handling for one 9x11 sheet. So I asked him if he had any luck with that, and he said he hasn't tried it yet, but he might. Because what he's looking to find is there some better way? Because everybody for $50, okay, $50 or $60, everybody would get one of these, and for the finishing stones, you can go with synthetics or you can go to Arkansas. I'm leaning more and more towards the Arkansas. Of course, I have them, but this was, I got about let's say 6 some hours into shaping this. The bulk was getting the shape on it. The polishing down was really a piece of cake. But I'm so tempted to go ahead and get one of those translucent Arkansas and go ahead. And of course, that one I would not put in this dimension. That one I would put in the longer dimension. I'm tempted, but it's like, I don't really need it. And, since for the most part I finish on the abrasive charged balsa strops, I'm not so sure that, a finer stone would yield me quite the benefit of it. So there's that on this. For those of you that have interest in maybe pursuing this, you could, with the elbow grease from the Superior Shave, your shaping plate, $100. You're gonna have $20-$30 in sandpaper. You would have a soft arc. You could get a soft arc to do the back beveling, get on this curvature, say $60. And then if you wanted to go with, and he has some of the Dan's Arc translucents, they're a bit shy of $200. A little bit more work on shaping those. I'm pretty sure it'd be, I haven't done one in this size. I did reshape my 3x8. Okay. This would be all you need, but so for a couple of $100, you could have a very, very permanent, long-lasting surface to work on. And if you got that trans arc he has is like this one. He also has a black arc, okay, and they're thick like this, so you could put the curve in, and then you also, so if you were going to follow the Ancient Grinders Handbook and go with a curve like this, then to the intermediate step where you're beginning to go to the edge on the longer curve, the other radius, and then you could take that very same stone and you could go to the other side and you could do your finishing on there. It's a viable option. So that's it. Bill on convex honing. Raiders of the convex hone. Have a great day.